Revenge spending isn't happening. Instead, young people are now into revenge saving, which has experts baffled. A research report shows that among people under 40, those born in the 1990s have the strongest saving habits, with nearly 30% of them saving over 50% of their monthly income. These heavy spenders have become heavy savers, and the new motto for this generation is "save like crazy." Since the pandemic restrictions were lifted, there hasn't been a surge in spending, and experts are worried. One expert is urging people to use their savings to buy houses, another is advising young people to have more children, and yet another suggests issuing relief coupons. They're racking their brains trying to get people to spend, but with companies closing and layoffs happening, people genuinely have no money to spend. Young people aren't just saving money, they're securing their future. Recently, revenge spending has become a hot topic on Chinese social media. Faced with a sluggish economy, massive layoffs, and salary cuts across various industries, the risk of unemployment is ever present in a highly competitive job market. The new generation of young people is constantly saving money to alleviate their anxiety. Saving not only provides financial reserves, but also brings a true sense of security. I've been surprised lately to see that even people born after 2000 are starting to save money. Just a couple of years ago, the 90s generation was still labeled as rebellious. I have a friend born in the 90s who, after working for 2 years, has saved nearly 100,000 yuan. He says that every time he buys a cup of milk tea, he saves 20 yuan. He finds various reasons to save money and used to order takeout for every meal when he first started working. Now he has learned to cook for himself, which is healthier and saves money. He knows which supermarket nearby has discounted fruits after 8 p.m. Saving money is more about seeking a sense of security. We all know that having more savings gives us more confidence to face the future and the uncertainties of life. I once read a popular influencer recalling how, during times of high work pressure, they enjoyed late-night online shopping. Buying things for their parents made their hard work of saving feel worthwhile. Saving money might sound dull and boring, but it's really useful. Over time, you realize you're not just saving money, you're securing your life. After the pandemic ended, the Chinese economy has struggled to recover, with the real estate market crashing, youth unemployment rising, and consumer confidence remaining low. The new generation of young people has started saving desperately to prepare for any unforeseen events in the future. Last July, a survey by China Business News revealed the saving status of young people living in first- and second-tier cities. Among the 2,000 young people aged 20 to 30 who participated in the survey, 70% has savings of less than 100,000 yuan. Most young people's savings fall under two ranges, less than 30,000 yuan and between 30 to 100,000 yuan. Only less than 2% of young people had savings exceeding 500,000 yuan, which is approximately $6,800 US. Everyone should save more money, especially girls. Start saving early. Even 3,000 to 5,000 yuan can give you confidence. Although it's not a huge amount, having some savings will make you feel less anxious. Many people don't realize that most of their earning years are limited. Don't think that just because you're young, you have plenty of time to make money. In reality, most people have less than 10 years of true earning potential. After the age of 35, it's hard to find an ideal job, regardless of gender. Girls in particular will have even less time to earn money if they plan to have children. If you can't guarantee that you'll always be able to make money, then you must start saving early. Don't think it doesn't matter. You realize its importance the first time you're short of money. I don't have a high education level, and I earned my money through hard work before marriage. Over the years, I invested all my money in jewelry that could appreciate in value. During my most difficult years, selling all that jewelry saved my and my child's lives, preventing us from feeling too desperate. The woman in the video is a single mother. When she divorced her husband, she fought hard for custody for their daughter, and even though she left the marriage with nothing, she has no regrets. She believes she can provide for her daughter as long as there's food on the table. To ensure her daughter gets a good education, she works a job while also running a social media business and saving money diligently. The hardships she endures are truly known only to her. A recent report by CNBC highlighted that revenge saving has become a trend among young people in China. The report also mentioned a 26-year-old girl from mainland China with a YouTube channel called Xiao Jin Daily. In her videos, she limits her monthly expenses to just 300 yuan, spending only 10 yuan per day. Many of her videos focus on how she lives frugally, such as eating sweet potatoes or instant noodles. Sean Rain, the managing director of China Market Research Group, told CNBC that young people's confidence in China has vanished. It will take years or even longer periods of prosperity for them to feel comfortable with spending again. He noted that in the 2010s, young people often spent more than they earned, buying luxury items like Gucci bags and iPhones on credit. But now, young Chinese are saving more, and terms like reverse consumption, meaning cutting back on expenses, and stingy economy, meaning maximizing discounts and deals, are becoming popular. Some experts believe that the revenge saving trend is a forced response to the ongoing economic challenges and job market difficulties in China. Many young people, unable to find jobs and earn an income, have no choice but to reduce their spending to survive. In recent years, many savings-related topics and hashtags have emerged on Chinese social media, such as Savings Battle and Savings Check-in. On Douban, 620,000 people are part of the Crazy Savings Group, sharing tips on how to save money, seeking advice on whether a particular expense is worth it, and discussing ways to save money without compromising their quality of life. They compare prices before buying, opt for high-value items over cheap ones, and always use coupons and cashback websites. They don't skimp on education, health checkups, or travel, understanding that self-improvement is the best investment, but they do thorough research to enhance their experiences cost-effectively. One influencer shared how their daily life has changed drastically. I used to drink drip coffee, but now it's instant coffee. I used to treat friends to meals, now I insist on splitting the bill. I used to order takeout every day, now I cook my meals. I used to buy big bottles of perfume, now I only buy samples online. Another influencer posted encouraging messages to their followers to keep saving. No matter how much you downgrade your spending, sisters, keep tracking your expenses and saving money. In the comments section under the post, many fans attracted by the saving money tag are exchanging their own saving experiences. People are comforting each other, finding warmth and solidarity, and getting through tough times together. For this generation, saving money is a serious matter. Jun, who works in Shanghai, used to be a loyal user of Huabei and credit cards. With a low salary and a habit of spending freely, her debt from overspending continued to grow. Less than a year after the pandemic started, Jun lost her job and immediately faced the embarrassing situation of credit default. Although her family wasn't wealthy, she had to ask her parents for help to pay off the debt. Jun described those days of unemployment as dark and hopeless. She didn't have the option to just give up. After losing her job, she actively searched for new employment and started living frugally. When she received her first month's salary from her new job, Jun made an important decision. She would save 50% of her salary every month. She said, "I never want to experience that kind of pain again. During the time I was unemployed, the clothes and jewelry I had bought couldn't be turned into food. I had no way to handle unexpected events. Only savings can give me a sense of security." In 2021, Miss Su used Huabei to buy a luxury brand bracelet for 30,000 yuan, paying it off over 24 months with monthly payments of nearly 2,000 yuan, making her live paycheck to paycheck. But seeing her peers saving money made her reflect. A good life isn't about having luxury items. There's no need to maintain appearances for vanity's sake. After thinking it over, Miss Su sold the bracelet and made additional payments to pay off Huabei. She said, "I've now saved 3 months' worth of money, nearly 10,000 yuan. I feel particularly happy, a happiness that borrowing money to buy luxury items can't bring. I'm looking forward to the day when my savings grow to 50,000 or 100,000 yuan." Xiao Jin started working in manufacturing after graduating with a master's degree in 2021, earning about 20,000 yuan per month. For someone newly financially independent, this was a significant amount. For the first 2 or 3 months, he bought several big items, including a new phone and computer. But he knew he had to save money, especially since private companies aren't very stable. He needed savings to increase his ability to handle risks. As his money grew, he worried about falling into consumerism, so he downloaded a budgeting app to track his expenses meticulously. Xiao Jin said, "I've saved nearly 400,000 yuan now. My monthly expenses include 3,000 yuan for rent since my apartment is close to work, minimizing transportation costs. Living expenses are around 2,000 yuan, with about 70% spent on food. Saving money like crazy has become my way to ease anxiety. Having this emergency fund gives me confidence." Many Chinese people are reluctant to spend money partly because the value of their properties has depreciated. Consumer spending is evident everywhere, from regular store checkouts to the marketing data for big-ticket items. After the strict pandemic control measures were lifted, the expected spending spree didn't materialize, much to the disappointment of Chinese economic policymakers. Another reason is a deep-seated fear and a lack of confidence in the future. Many Chinese people are at their lowest point in terms of confidence in the economy and the country's future. If there was once hope for an economic rebound, that hope has now faded. People worry that the government doesn't have solutions and bad news keeps coming. With more and more manufacturing leaving China, some former migrant workers and university graduates find themselves without employment opportunities. According to official data, the unemployment rate for youth aged 16 to 24 in May was 14.2%, far above the national average of 5%. However, the actual situation is much worse than the official unemployment rate suggests.
I'm a 2024 college graduate who ultimately chose to deliver food. Here's my story. Since graduating, I've submitted hundreds of resumes and gone through countless interviews, all ending in failure. You might think I wasted my time in college, but I didn't. I served as a student council minister, worked part-time on weekends, interned at a major company, and had a wide network at school. But in the real world, no one knows you. Recently, I took a state-owned enterprise exam and found out there were so many hidden agendas, which left me feeling broken and hopeless. I thought graduation meant getting a diploma, but it felt like an unemployment certificate instead. I'm now desperate about job hunting, and with my parents constantly urging me to find work, I chose food delivery to temporarily ease my stress. I wonder if anyone else has found a suitable job.
In reality, facing a tough job market, many students feel helpless and heartbroken. They have dreams but keep hitting walls. Their resumes disappear into a void, and interviews are rare. This disappointment leads to self-doubt and uncertainty about their future paths. Under life pressures, some students are forced to take temporary jobs like food delivery. They might not like these jobs, but they have to compromise to survive. As one of the countless 2024 graduates, I still haven't found a stable job. My parents' relentless pressure and negative comments have made me doubt myself recently. After spending so much money on education, I can't even find a decent job. When I said I wanted to try finding work in another city, my dad mocked me for dreaming, saying the economy is bad and government jobs are the only way. But dear Dad, do you really understand how fierce the competition is? It's not that I haven't tried. I've exhausted every job app and gone through numerous interviews. I'm on my phone all the time, but not just playing games. I'm really lost about the future right now, so please give me a little more time. In 2024, the number of college graduates has reached 11.8 million, a record high. Given the current economic situation, unemployed middle-aged individuals are now competing with a huge wave of new graduates. Those who couldn't find jobs last year are even more desperate this year. While 3,000 yuan can't attract migrant workers, it can attract a group of college graduates. This supply-demand imbalance has devalued college degrees, and salary offers are dropping. One netizen made a piercing comment: China has developed for so many years, successfully sending away cheap migrant workers, only to welcome cheap college graduates. It's summer break for students now. Many poor college students try to earn money for living expenses, tuition, or help their families during this time. But seeing hourly wages of 9 or 10 yuan is truly disheartening.
Our pay rate is standardized. You will all receive 10 yuan an hour deposited into your accounts. If anyone has promised you a higher rate to cover the difference, let us know. Let me repeat, it's 9 yuan per hour. If you can't accept that, you can find the boss yourself or pack your things and leave through the employee exit. If you can accept it, come in and fill out the forms.
Chinese graduates are facing an increasingly tough job market. According to a 2024 college graduate employment report published by Xiao last month, only 48% of recent graduates have received informal job offers, down 2.4 percentage points from the same period last year. Davy J. Huang, an American economist, noted that while the unemployment rate among recent Chinese graduates has always been high, the fact that only 48% have job offers is notably concerning. Huang analyzed that the profitability of Chinese companies has been declining recently, exports are not performing well, and domestic consumption, investment, and the real estate sector are all facing significant issues. The government has not implemented tax cuts or increased benefits, exacerbating the employment challenges for college graduates. He further explained that the unemployment rate for future graduates will likely remain severe, forcing them to accept jobs that don't match their qualifications. Another ongoing issue is the monopolization and unfair distribution of social resources, leaving ordinary people with limited upward mobility and worsening class rigidity.